Welcome to the weekend edition of National Focus. I'm Kerdisha St. Louis. Coming up, Dominica observes World Food Day 2015. The Bureau of Gender Affairs raises awareness on impact of disasters on rural women, and work begins on creating access to Boetica and Delices. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this. Thanks for staying with us. Honorable Finance Minister and Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit spoke candidly with farmers and other agriculture stakeholders on Tuesday at an open forum to discuss the way forward after Tropical Storm Erica. At the close of the event, he revealed to the nation exactly why government will never give up on agriculture.
If you want people to criticize us about why are we selling in bananas? Why are we going to spend all this money buying this plantless from France? Just leave this alone. I do not want to ever see this country, whether I'm in government or out of government, having to import bananas for us to eat. We must continue to produce bananas in Dominica and plantains to feed ourselves and to feed our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean.
The Honorable Prime Minister also revealed his feelings about farmers and farming, describing the calling as a blessed work.
I pray God's continued guidance on you, the farmers, working so diligently, so diligently. And it's not easy. There are difficulties with farms, with diseases and pests, and we have to continue working together. I have great regard and admiration for farmers in Dominica and farmers elsewhere. Your job is one that's ordained by the Almighty, and of course, always your reward will be when all of us go before Him, at the end of time. And I'm sure He would recognize your efforts in feeding the nation. Feeding the nation is important, but let us be positive.
To support farmers, the local agriculture sector and the island's economy, Honorable Skerrit again called on local consumers to make the better choice in stores.
When we go to the supermarkets, we must ask for the local chicken. We must buy the local produce. We are producing and selling broccoli to the supermarkets. Ask for the local broccoli. The cauliflower, ask for them. We have for the Chinese support the various varieties of bell peppers. The white, the purple, the red, the yellow, the green. With all sorts of varieties of bell peppers. Ask, ma'am, which one was produced in Dominica? Show me, please. And when she shows you the one for Dominica, you grab it and you tell her, thank you very much, and you go and you pay it, because you are ensuring the sustainability of your jobs and the economy of Dominica.
In more news, work has started to restore access to the communities of Delices and Boetica. These two communities were cut off from the rest of the island during Tropical Storm Erica. The Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Lapland constituency, Peter Serja, after discussions with the Public Works and other stakeholders, has said that a way forward to create access has been decided.
There are a number of options, a couple of options that are being looked at, but I am happy to report that as of this afternoon, one of the companies involved in the creation of the access will recommence work on site with a view to ensuring that a bridge crossing is put in place which would create access, motor vehicular access, at least to four-wheel motor vehicles in the first instance. I want to advise that more information will be given by the Ministry of Public Works.
The MP also addressed recent public opinions that the access to these areas could be gained through the Petite Savane area. Honorable Serja says this is not so.
I have been reliably informed by the technicians within the Ministry of Public Works that this is not an option. And within the next 24 hours, the technicians of the Ministry of Public Works and officials of the ODM shall put out a statement addressing the said issue. At this moment, I want to call on the residents of Delices and Boetica to recognize as fact that the government is doing everything to ensure that within the next 2 weeks, motor vehicular and pedestrian access shall be created for the people of that area.
Dominica joined the rest of the member countries of the United Nations on a Friday in the observance of World Food Day. The Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Johnson Drago, in his address for World Food Day, notes that Dominica is pleased to be part of the observation.
As is customary, the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica joins the Food and Agriculture Organization in the observance of World Food Day, which is intended to heighten awareness of the plight of the world's hungry and malnourished.
The FAO has chosen social protection and agriculture, breaking the cycle of rural poverty, as the theme for this year's World Food Day. In 2013, social protection programs saved up to 150 million people living in rural areas from extreme poverty, lifting them out of a vicious cycle of poverty and hunger.
In the aftermath of Tropical Storm Erica, our National World Food Day Committee was forced to postpone the conduct of World Food Day activities as is customary. Nonetheless, it must be noted that the World Food Day theme this year is indeed most fitting to the situation we face in the Commonwealth of Dominica at this time. Since Erica, the government of Dominica has increased its social protection programs to target the most vulnerable households which were impacted by the storm. The majority of these households, which are beneficiaries of financial or in-kind support from the government of Dominica, are subsistence producers, family farmers, fisher folks, or landless agricultural workers who come from rural areas.
The Honorable Minister says that it is in this regard that a technical assistance project for Dominica is in the works.
I am pleased to inform you that early next week, in response to our request for assistance, the government of Dominica will endorse an FAO technical assistance project entitled Emergency Assistance to Restore Agricultural Productivity of the Communities Affected by Tropical Storm Erica, with a budget of US $300,000. The objective of this project is to assist affected farmers to recover their livelihood through the restoration of agricultural fields and soil conservation and the distribution of agricultural tools. Capacity building activities will also be carried out to increase the resilience of the affected communities.
You're watching National Focus. More when we come back.
Wash your hands. I am Adora Tuse, health educator from the Ministry of Health. Proper hand washing protects against the spread of many common illnesses and germs. Wash your hands often with soap and water, or you may use a hand sanitizer. Remember, clean hands save lives. Protect yourself.
A message from the Health Promotion of the Ministry of Health.
Welcome back. Chief Education Officer Melina Fountain says that the use of tablets has already begun to positively impact schools. On Thursday, students of the Northeast Comprehensive Schools were excited to receive their gadgets. So far, close to 4,000 tablets have been distributed to 8 schools on the island.
As ministry, We hope that the tablets will be put to maximum use in the classroom to enhance your learning, students, and improve your levels of achievements. And for now, we are getting good stories of it being put to use and how teachers are so very happy and students are really maximizing learning with the tablets. We are of the view that the introduction of these devices into the school system augurs well for education because it puts us in a position to take advantage of the varied opportunities provided by developing technologies.
Principal of the Northeast Comprehensive, Jean Thomas Jeremy, says that her staff is ready to make full use of the tablets in the classroom.
With improved internet access, our staff is ready to use this tool to enhance their teaching and improving the academic performance of our students. It is not by chance that several of our teachers were trained over the past summer vacation in various aspects of computer technology. We will continue to improve our skills to ensure that every staff member can utilize information and communication technology efficiently in the classroom. We will maximize the use of this device.
She says the tablets will also complement the use of the school's recently upgraded multimedia room. Meantime, words of caution and encouragement continue to come from government officials as the Labour Party government seeks to enhance the quality of learning via this tool. In her address, the Honourable Minister for Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development, Rosalind Paul, asked the students to determine the value placed on their education.
Some of the negative talk going around seem to forget that many of the students own smartphones, which already exposes them to the social media and its potential distraction. But the core question is, how much value do you place on your education? How important is education to you? Is education very important to you? Is it? So therefore, if education is important to you and you are given this tool, this tablet, then I am convinced that you will put it to very good use.
The Honourable Parliamentary Representative of the Salibe constituency, Cassius Daru, was also present at the handing over ceremony.
Students, you're expected to familiarize yourselves with the new gadget for learning. Utilize the tablet to explore and research new educational sites, which should help you with learning materials and in the understanding of new concepts which are taught to you at school. You should use this educational tool to help solve problems and get useful skills which will help place you at an advantageous position in the classroom.
Caretaker of the Wesley constituency, Athena Benjamin, represented the Honourable Minister for Information, Kelva Daru.
The Prime Minister continues to invest in your education, and it is now left to you to continue to do your best and study what you are taught. The tablets you will receive will be given to you for a specific reason, to put you on par with others so you will learn to keep up with the pace of technology in this global village that we live in. Additionally, it will provide you with access at your fingertips to the information you require to enhance your education.
We at the Northeast Comprehensive School do not just see this donation as a gift, but rather as a much-needed educational enhancement tool in this developing world of modern technology. We promise to use the tablets wisely. They will be used to research, read books, and also to complete assignments among other positive uses. We will now have the information needed at our fingertips. No longer do we have to go to a friend's home to access internet. I am confident that our teachers will see an improvement in our grades, our vocabulary, and also an improvement in the quality of our work. To the government, we say thanks for caring about us and our education. May the good Lord continue to bless and guide you on your journey towards nation building.
Meantime, an opportunity to enhance the learning experience of secondary students. That's how the Honorable Minister for Youth, Sports, Culture and Constituency Empowerment, Justina Charles, described the gift of a tablet to students of the Dominica Community High School. On Friday, 102 students received their devices from officials from the Ministry of Education through government's One Tablet Per Child initiative.
Today, one tablet per child is one step further into ensuring that we can put you at a position where you can take advantage of technology for learning. Not just for playing games, not just for listening to music, not just for taking pictures, but for learning. Not because Dominica is a small state that we have to be behind. We want you to be at the same level with international students who have access to all of those gadgets for their learning.
This proud mother is grateful for the opportunity afforded to her son.
Well, I felt very pleased, especially for the less fortunate, those who are not capable of buying a tablet, that they can feel happy and they can feel like everybody else that can afford the tablet. I hope that he will take care of it and don't abuse it or play too many games. It will further his education.
The devices were also distributed at the Wesley High School and the Orion Academy on Friday. In more news, rural women of Bagatelle, Forseja, Stowe and Point Caribe are better able to care for themselves following Tropical Storm Erica. As part of Rural Women's Day 2015, the Bureau of Gender Affairs handed out dignity kits and held a breakfast for women from those communities on Thursday. Traditionally, World Rural Women's Day in Dominica is commemorated with a grand exhibition and cultural fair. However, this year, in light of Tropical Storm Erica, the Bureau saw it fit to raise awareness on the impact of disasters on rural women.
We are working to empower rural women to uphold our culture and to realize their efforts in food production and food security at the household, community, and national level. We are providing opportunities for income generation for rural women that contributes to poverty reduction. We are also strengthening women's capacity to manage their personal hygiene post-Tropical Storm Erica. And finally, we are promoting rural women's leadership during Tropical Storm Erica and providing a platform where women of Forseja, Fab, Stowe, Bagatelle voices can be heard.
The Bureau recently received assistance through UN Women and the UN Family Planning Association, UNFPA, to respond to affected communities in the relief and recovery efforts following the storm. With the provision of dignity kits, the Bureau hopes that this will enhance women's capacity to assist in disaster management and recovery.
It is well known that disasters have different impacts on men and women with regards to associated risk and vulnerabilities, due to issues of gender inequality, gender stereotypes, and discrimination against women. Bearing in mind that Tropical Storm Erica affected human lives, housing, and living conditions, one can very well imagine the direct and adverse impact on women as an already established vulnerable group. Women as primary caregivers rely heavily on natural resources to provide the food, the water, and the fuel for the households, and as these results were degraded or compromised because of Tropical Storm Erica, we can understand the implications on the family and personal care.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Social Services, Family and Gender Affairs, Sylvanie Burton, pledged the ministry's support in empowering women.
This breakfast meeting and handing over ceremony not only raises awareness of disaster and rural women, but enables women's empowerment to rise from situations of economic disadvantage experienced before and after Tropical Storm Erica. The local theme, Recovering from Erica, Make It Happen, calls on all of us to take action to ensure that women's rights are observed in the process of rebuilding and to recognize women's contribution to disaster management in building disaster-resilient communities.
The women of the area traditionally produce the bay oil and the root crops. The passage of Tropical Storm Erica left them with no source of income and some even displaced.
The housing sector sustained its fair share of damages. 11 homes were completely damaged, 8 partially. This included 2 small businesses. The agriculture sector did not escape Erica's fury. The farmers, some of the women there are farmers, lost all their produce. But the most frightening fact is that not only did they lose their produce, which was approaching maturity, but the land itself, and so they can't replant. The bay oil industry, which for decades has been the economic backbone of this community, has been severely affected. 3 bay oil distilleries vanished, in addition to hundreds of batteries.
Some of these women shared their stories.
When we peep in the river, I saw one. I don't see river. I saw a monster coming down. The river is high as a breadfruit tree, and I had some breadfruit tree on this side of the road. When I watch again, I saw the one breadfruit tree doing that. I said, but if you don't have wind, would the breadfruit tree shaking? I said, but no wind, and it's not plenty rain. I saw the breadfruit do that, gone. I said, Richie, the breadfruit tree gone, so the river undermine it. But after that, I hear a little noise. When I tell you, watch for me again in the river coming there, the river take all the pieces of road and the land where all I had, all my crops. Cocoa tree, coffee tree, breadfruit tree, coconut tree. All gone with the river.
The Dignity Kit includes personal hygiene products, including sanitary napkins, toothbrushes, and deodorant. World Rural Women's Day is celebrated on October 15th. Let's now join Kimani Seja for a recap of this week's headline stories.
In the headlines this week, government has identified several locations to resettle those displaced by Tropical Storm Erica. The entire communities of Petit Savan and Dubic will be resettled. Resettlement, repairs, and reconstruction costs exceed 91 million EC dollars. The OECS has taken a decision to help Dominican produce remain on the Northern Caribbean market. A meeting of ministers of agriculture held last week sought to develop a strategy to ensure Dominica retains its share of that market. Also this week, we learned that the government of Dominica has taken a decision to buy agricultural produce from Delices and Boetica. This is in an effort to boost the economy of the two communities, which are still cut off from the rest of the country since the August 27th storm. Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says Dominica is indeed open for business. Prime Minister Skerrit says although Dominica has suffered tremendous loss, the wider community can still enjoy what Dominica has to offer. And finally, on Tuesday, October 13th, 2015, just over 2 months after Tropical Storm Erica, the Cabinet of Dominica, farmers, development partners, and other interests met to discuss and chart a way forward for the agriculture industry. These were some of the headline stories making the news this week. For details of each of these stories and others, visit our website news.gov.dm or Facebook page facebook.com/GIS News Dominica.
Thanks, Kimani. And before we leave, here are a few announcements. Residents of the Petit Savan area are advised that they can collect their mail at the General Post Office in Roseau. This measure will be in place until they are permanently relocated, if there is a change of address to their current location, or if they purchase a post office box. Mail will only be delivered upon a proper proof of identification. The Ministry of Social Services, Family and Gender Affairs, in collaboration with its numerous partners, including farmers, vendors, and the Marigot Village Council, wish to inform the general public that due to the many challenges facing farmers and the impact of Tropical Storm Erica on their livelihoods, that Market Day with a Difference carried for October 17, 2015 in Marigot is cancelled. All inconvenience caused is regretted. The Bureau of Gender Affairs has extended its submission deadline for its drawing competition and photo video art competition to November 15, 2015. The theme is Stop That Violence. The drawing competition is open to all primary school students, and the photo video art competition is open to all. Monetary prizes will range from 75 to 500 EC. For more information, you can find the poster for the competition under the announcements page on our GIS website, news.gov.dm. The Dominica State College, through institutional partnership, is offering the following 12-week pre-technology courses commencing January 2016. Bartending, housekeeping, landscaping, and maintenance. Interested persons between the ages of 15 to 29, unemployed and not at school with 3 CXCs or less, are asked to register at the Dominica State College, Dominica Hotel and Tourism Association members, Village Council offices, or contact Dawn Francis at 315-5128 for more information. This is a pre-technology initiative project funded by colleges and institutes Canada and UK aid. And that's the English news. McPherson said Luce is up next with the Creole highlights.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non moi c'est McPherson Saint-Louis. Premièrement, symposium agriculture qui ministre agriculture Chen Simen Salah, qui tape attention sur nos bagailles qui discutent. Parole Salah sorti au permanent secrétaire ministre agriculture Harold Gist.
Nous tenons un dialogue en agriculture des jours qui passent avec ces habitants. Yo ban comment l'idée, comment kachil, comment yo te voulez ouais bagaille fait en agriculture. Avec aussi nous avons pensé kachil ça là, nous avons mettre un programme là, nous avons plan là à présent pour nous ça faire bagaille meilleur, pour nous ça increase production. Comme ça, nous voulons habitants Dominique, tout le monde qui a fait farming, pour venir ensemble, parce que actuellement, il faut nous venir ensemble, pour nous plus force, pour nous travailler, pour nous voir monter. Vous comprenez? Parce que en tant que ça, nous sommes à présent. Erica bouleversé en partie bagarre agriculture. Moun perd terre, moun perd denrées, moun perd en partie bagarre. Comme ça, nous pour actuellement faire un catchil neuf.
This fait parole avec à concerner changement climatique.
Climate change, c'est pas un bagarre nous devons catchiller contre encore climate change ici. Tout le monde sait, si vous parlez de vieux habitants, qui a cultivé terre pour combien d'années, il y a des bagages actuellement qui ont observé qui partent là, qui partent fait longtemps. Il y a un homme croyable qui dit il y a un découp pour couper bambou. Et le bambou n'a pas de faire. Il dit actuellement, il va me qui tant qu'il est, il coupe bambou, il casse le faire. Parce qu'il fait nous des problèmes. Vous observez aussi, nous tenons en partie beau temps. Vous comprenez? Ça partit naturel parce qu'il fait le mois juin vini. La pluie a commencé à tomber. Mais dans ça, nous observons que juin vini, juillet vini, août vini, il still tenu soleil qui a fait. Comme ça a affecté l'agriculture, ça a affecté l'habitant à planter bagaille.
La nouvelle ministère de l'Éducation, honorable Peter Saint-Jean, a appuyé à ses parents pour monitorer les enfants à eux et puis tablettes que le gouvernement pour tuer bayo. Ministre Saint-Jean fait parole ça là pendant la cérémonie. On a tout étudiant Grammar School Dominique recevoir tablette lundi semaine ça là.
Tout le monde travaille pour éduquer la population. Et plus important pour éduquer les enfants nous. Il est nécessaire et moi crier à tout parents, maman, papa, gardienne pour aider nous en ministre éducation, aider l'école là pour éduquer ces enfants là puisque parents ont grand pas pour jouer et nous crier pour observer ça ces enfants ont fait avec ces tablettes ça.
En nouvelle, le gouvernement Dominique a fait parole qui projet abattoir qui fonctionnait. Parole ça l'a sorti chef Dr. Beth, Dr. Reginald Thomas, sinon Dr. Thomas, division agriculture mène venir pliquer 2000 poules l'autre pays pour projet ça là. Dr. Thomas a fait parole qui les abattoirs ça là qui a fonctionné, sans même que baisser quantité l'argent Dominique a dépensé gagner manger l'autre pays, ça a créé food import bill. Et le gouvernement qui voit bien clair opportunité qui existe dans le secteur là. Au bagage qui était concerné le ministre agriculture, sinon Dr. Thomas, ces affaires manger pour ces animaux-là, ça qui est animal feed, raison que le gouvernement Dominique tire taxe à CEO. Dr. Thomas dit ça même qui avance les affaires production. Et puis finalement, Dominique Boncher et puis Westin Latin en observance journée manger mondiale jeudi. Ministère agriculture, Honorable Johnson Drago, délivre l'adresse à ce compte gouvernement pour observer la journée là.
Eh bien, comme ça, aujourd'hui, c'est journée mondiale manger. Là, nous avons mis attention à ce affaires manger. Et puis, le programme, ça, c'est un programme qui est organisé par Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. Eh bien, Dominique, tous les années, qui a participé à la journée manger mondiale. Nous continuons nos activités. Mais dans ça, nous ne pas toute activité, nous continuons comme ça, nous avons battu des affaires Tropical Storm Erika. Mais le thème là qui est choisi est bien important pour nous dans ça. Parce que le thème là dit pour nous faire tout en social manière pour protéger l'agriculture. Et bien pour casser ce cycle là qui a tchébé ça qui est malté en communauté rurale. Et bien dans ça, le ministre de l'Agriculture bien content pour garder le thème ça parce qu'il a mangé bien un programme là nous pour nous recouvrir l'agriculture nous en pays Dominique. Nous avons couillé à ce planter, nous avons couillé à ce pêcheur pour nous tout le thème ça bien servi.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole pour à présent. Non moins, c'est McPherson Luce. Ni un bon week-end. Au revoir.
Coming up next, your tip of the day. The fat content in coconut water is extremely low, so generous quantities can be consumed without the fear of immediately packing on the pounds. It also suppresses the appetite and makes you feel full because of its rich nature. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I'm Kerdisha. Thanks for watching and do have a great weekend.